So we have this from the Post-Millennial. Texas judge orders release of illegal immigrants accused of assaulting troops during violent storming of El Paso border. It is the ruling of the court. That all riding participation cases will be released on their own recognizance.
Even non-citizens. These are non-citizens, right?
And they'll never come back. They'll be released and they'll never show up for their hearings because...
Why would they?
They literally attacked our troops to break their way into this country. I want you to take this all in and then remember... There are J6ers who are still in lockup who have not received trials yet.
Oh my God.
Is that true?
Yeah.
This is one of the, I'm sorry, this is one of the things that drives me crazy about Trump and all the MAGA people who hand wave it away. These were his people. These were ride or die for him.
Yeah.
And he could have done a lot more for them than he did.
Yep.
Yeah, I think he certainly could have, but I'll throw a little defense in that I don't think anyone understood exactly what was going on.
Yeah, but I'm talking about now. I mean, it's been how long?
Oh, sure.
That's what I'm saying.
I thought you meant like up until
no,
the 20th.
because then they would have put him in jail.
And but not just that, but we talked about this before. It's like he didn't know what happened. He barely knew what happened on that day. And people assume that what they knew, Trump knew. No, Trump was in the beast. He had security detail. He was the active president.
I'm fine with that. Yes, I agree with you.
But certainly I don't know. What do you think he could do? To be honest,
pay some legal bills, talk more about them. He's like, you're doing more in many cases because you're sitting here being like, I remember. Let me bring up Meghan McCain again because there's a very don't ever get inebriated and spend the weekend watching Meghan McCain The View compilations.
No, I want to.
It'll be a terrible idea. But one of the points was there was some stupid segment and Whoopi Goldberg like, what do you think about like chocolates for Easter? And she goes, yeah, I don't know about chocolates for Easter, but Alexei Navalny is in a gulag right now. He's being tortured, and people who are for the First Amendment don't care. Yeah. And this is absolutely outrageous that this is happening. So that's what I think about Easter chocolates. And Whoopi just pauses and goes, okay. But she had a point, right?
Yeah.
So the fact that have your platform, you're like, guys, this January 6th thing is still happening. Trump should be talking about this every 5 minutes.
He did. I think he talks about it at most rallies these days.
I don't think it's anywhere near enough as some of the other
hostages.
stuff. Sure. But the point is, do something. Are you okay?
Allergies.
Oh, okay.
Itching my eye.
Okay.
I would love to see him.
I'm signaling to you, Michael.
No.
Defend Trump. Defend Trump.
He could be doing more. I really think
Big
he could be
time.
doing more. And the Republicans as a whole as well. But they don't care about these people.
Agreed. Marjorie Taylor Greene certainly does.
Correct. No.
Yeah,
I'm talking about the Republican establishment.
I know.
Sorry. I just want to clarify. Thank you.
She doesn't count as a Republican. She counts as an actual fighter.
I love that crazy woman.
I forget the gentleman, the guy's name who does the walk away movement.
Strzok.
But he was here.
Brandon Strzok.
Yeah. He was talking about how people don't even talk about a lot of the J6ers were forced into saying and signing papers saying that they were violent offenders,
right,
when they weren't, and there's proof that they weren't. And that's another thing that people could be talking about more, especially Trump. Be like, because people are like, pardon them, then they'll say we can't because they're violent. But then in reality, a lot of them sign things saying.
I'm glad a lot of conservatives over the 2020 to now have a better understanding of the legal system and how deranged it often is, and how laws like Kyle Rittenhouse is a great wake-up call, I think, for a lot of people. What's happening on New York with Daniel Perry? It's was he the victim or the perperpetrator?
Perry's the guy that choked out the homeless guy who was trying to kill people on the Penny.
Daniel Penny. Daniel Penny. That's what I meant.
The guy in New York.
Perry is the guy in Austin who had the far leftist.
No, I meant the New York guy. The point is, like, the government prosecutes who it's as a threat to its power and lets everyone else go. It's not objective law.
Can we just skip all the patter and jump right to what really matters in the story?
What's that?
Hitler and World War II.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
So we have. I'm half kidding. And with the illegal immigrants storming the border, Donald Trump has said he's gonna engage in the largest deportation effort ever seen if he wins.
Since what? Say
Obama?
It. Say it.
Since what?
No, it goes back further than that.
Say it.
To the 1940s.
Say what?
The 50s. Eisenhower. Do you know what it's called?
The Japanese internment camps?
No, Eisenhower.
What?
You don't know what it's called?
No.
I can't say it out loud. It's a slur.
Really?
Oh, okay. Then don't say
Put
it.
up Eisenhower deportation. Look it up, Ian.
Well, so my point is this. We've talked about it before. They're going to claim when Donald Trump begins arresting people who stormed their way into this country.
Bro, that's crazy.
Can you spell it?
No, we'll talk about it. I'll look it up in a second.
This is amazing. What the?
Okay. My point was, we talked about this before.
Everyone's Googling at home.
Everyone's Googling at home. Donald Trump is going to be compared to Hitler. They're going to show soldiers rounding up illegal immigrants, federal agents. There's going to be liberals. They're going to be posting videos where they're hiding illegal immigrants in attics. They're going to make the attic the specific point about it.
Yeah. Sure.
And they're going to. I'm wondering, refugee may be the word they choose to use, because they're going to try and associate what's happening with the invasion of this country and Trump's attempt to stop the invasion with the Holocaust. And they're going to show pictures and claim everything Trump is doing is what Hitler did.
That's my concern about the deportation. So what do you think about Trump's call to make mass deportations?
I don't think he has the capacity to do it.
So you think he'd try, and then ICE would just be like, "We don't."
Yeah, I think I think this is one of those things. This is the new version of the wall. Like,
Right.
I'm sorry. Like, listen,
That didn't go well.
I know that people. I'm not saying Trump's not better than Biden. I'm not saying the Trump presidency didn't have excellent moments. I'm not saying he's hilarious. I'm just saying that in terms and I know there's reasons for this, but in terms of delivering on his promises, he was fighting two establishment parties against him. So for him to be able to pull this off is going to take a lot of work. And I think the vast majority of Republicans who are at the bought and paid for by the Chamber of Commerce and corporations are not going to go for this in the slightest.
I could see
How
him-
do you go back to Maine as Susan Collins and sell this?
Yeah, I could
how
see-
do you pull off the operation?
I could
It's
see
gonna
them
be
letting
crazy.
him do it, get some really nice photo ops of him just tearing children away from their parents, make him look like Hitler, and then play shell games behind his back. Be like, "Oh yeah, we're doing it," and not doing anything about it.
But they don't even need the photos to happen. They'll just take any photo and say
Exactly.
it was him. They
Elian
did it with-
Gonzalez, yeah.
Right.
If he
The
tries it,
cages.
they'll make him
Who
look
built the
like
cages, Joe? Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
I tried telling a guy this the Trump derangement story I told about MGM when the guy was yelling, "These idiots, they support Trump." He mentions the kids in cages. I actually lived just slightly north of Homestead in Florida, where those facilities were, and I was like, "That was under Obama." He's like, "No, it wasn't. You're lying." I'm like, "Well, you know,
Not
what you
just
do."
wrong, lying.
right?"
Yeah.
Here's the other thing. I'm going to put this out there because I think conservatives understand you can't put anything past Joe Biden and his machine. But at the same time, we say, blah, blah, blah. If Trump wins, right, in 2024, he wins November, whatever, 5th. I don't know what the date is of election day this year. He's inaugurated January 20th. Biden has 2 months to have a blanket amnesty with a Democratic Senate. And why wouldn't he?
Yep.
Look how much the Democrats got away with, like on Jan 6. Like, just like that was one day that they were then to use and politicize for all these years.
So if I was Trump, I keep my mouth shut until I'm in the White House and then do the deportations. But if you're telling the Democratic establishment, if I become president, I'm going to do this, they're going to be like, we had to give them an amnesty. It's Trump's fault.
That's my issue with his tactics. A general issue I've taken with his tactics is he speaks a lot, too much in my opinion, and I think a really good commander of the U.S. military would have his mouth shut, act when needed, and
I
then
want him to be a sniper, not a
silently-
bulldozer.
Yes.
I think they're going to offer up amnesty. It's already been reported that advisors to Biden have talked to Politico or whatever and said amnesty is being considered for many of these individuals. And then what happens is 2025, Donald Trump announces he is undoing the amnesty. And then the Democrats come out. He's stripping citizenship now.
Yeah.
That's the
Which
game.
is unconstitutional. Here's the other thing. When they have amnesty, like if all these people are in Texas, it's Texas gun laws that are at fault that there was all these murders, right? That's what the argument's going to be.
Oh, you mean if they give a bunch of illegal, violent criminals that came here illegally guns, and then they start
Or just give them
terrorizing?
citizenship or right to be
"Yeah,
here."
We can't give people guns. Look what's happening.
That's how it's
we
gonna
cannot
play out.
We cannot soften amnesty. This is not. It's not just to declare amnesty on a bunch of criminal aliens. Not right now. It is not.
Like, people don't appreciate to what extent the regime is capable of 4D chess. They're
I know.
really pretty good at it. Like, they think because Biden's this, like, again, corpse, that the people behind him, they're all stupid. And maybe they're all stupid in the sense of they don't have common sense. But in terms of affecting political change, they've been at it for a very long time.
I've been saying, if you think there is no 2024 shadow campaign, I got a bridge
Right,
to
yes,
tell you.
yeah. Well, and then the bridge collapsed.
Yes, unfortunately, but that's not my problem. You bought it. I got your money.
I'm worried. I'm worried that the news is so slow right now. You know, like there's not a lot of things happening. That it's like the ocean receding before the big wave comes.
Oh yeah.
Tidal
Because there's a
wave.
lot of stuff happening,
you
either
se-
symbolic or actually happening behind the scenes.
Have
like
you
the
seen
Eclipse.
these videos of the tidal waves?
Yeah.
I've seen
It's,
some.
it's remarkable.
It's crazy.
Cell phone footage where they're all standing on the beach and they go, "Wow, look," and
Yeah.
the ocean's just receding rapidly, and they're like, "Wow." And then when the waves are coming back, they're just standing there, and then all of a sudden they're going, "Ah!" and they're getting washed
I think
away.
that's us right now.
Yeah.
I think we're so deranged as a country because we've been stuck in campaign season since 2014. Since like it's like been like a decade of Trump nonstop.
I'm also concerned that they're going to switch him out with Hillary.
I think it's gonna be Whitmer.
No way. Whitmer can't tell Hillary no.
I don't think Hillary's going to do it because she knows she's too toxic.
Hillary knows she's too toxic.
Yeah.
Really, Hillary has that
I think
self-awareness.
so. I think she knows that she won't be able to get in because her
She doesn't know.
perception.
She's Gollum.
Well, she is. She is. And Whitmer is too.
Hey, that's offensive. It's Smeagol.
And Whitmer is too. But I think my idea is I used to think it was Newsom because he was
There's
like the
no
golden
way. 'Cause
child.
He can wait.
But-
He knows he can wait his role.
I could see them.
It's gonna be Hillary and Newsom.
I could see Whitmer because I can see her
You think
making
it's
the
going to be
sympathetic
Clinton Newsom
character.
2024?
Yes, that's the plan B. I would bet if they have to pull Biden out, that's the plan B, and it's a smart move for them.
There was a poll I did.
I would just say one more point. I've been saying this as much as possible because I hope that the more I say it, the less likely it is to become real. Like I just put it out there. You know what I mean?
Well, you're manifesting it.
Or
let's
am I
not do that.
manifesting it?
So there was a poll that found something like
Womanifesting it.
30. I think 38% of people, only 38% of people believe Biden will make it to the end of a second term. And the majority of people polled believe Kamala Harris will be president if Biden wins 2024. I don't know why I should believe that Biden could make it to the end of this year.
I want to know how
And I
many
wish
people.
him the best. I do. I want him health and comfort and happiness with his family, and he should go
Or Trump.
retire.
Yeah,
He's no
And
spring
Trump's-
chicken. He's a heavy dude. I mean, I wish nothing but health for him. But I mean,
he can at least make a somewhat of a sentence.
Yeah, well,
you know.
no, but
Trump,
I'm saying
Trump's spry.
Yeah.
Yeah, but things happen all the time to people. You know,
Right.
at that age. Come on.
I want to know how many people think Biden's alive right now. I'm one of those people. He's not alive right now. Like I don't think this is. I
There's
really
like
don't
a
think
White
this is
House
Biden.
necromancer who's just sweating his ass off,
Well, I-
straining, but like, I'm trying so hard.
I think it's a network of people. It could be animatronics, deepfakes,
Crystals.
green screens.
Who would be most likely if you had to guess who in politics is most likely to be a literal necromancer? Would it be like Marianne
Pelosi.
Nancy Pelosi.
Pelosi.
Yeah.
It's Pelosi.
Yeah, her husband
Yeah,
thing
okay.
was like a ritual.
Yeah, yeah,
Who
yeah.
else probably has underground
I
caverns.
love how
Yeah.
Ian's like, oh, it's Pelosi.
Yeah.
Like immediately.
Yeah.
It's like Family Feud. Who's a
just-
necromancer? Oh, Pelosi.
And I love Nancy. Don't get me wrong,
Pelosi.
but and she's been in for a long time.
They
so
go to
it
the
could just
same
be
crystal
natural.
shops.
No. Wait. I got it. It could be Elaine Chao,
I don't know her.
Mitch McConnell's
Ooh.
wife. Because that's why he's freezing, because the spell's not working every
She's
so
working.
often.
She's working behind the scenes.
Yeah,
Have
Elaine
you seen those
Chao.
videos of like the people kind of puppeteering behind politicians in like in Congress?
No.
Where they're like whispering behind.
Oh,
them as
yeah,
they're
yeah,
talking?
yeah. By the way,
But that's because they have a
Ventriloquism.
script.
to your point about
No, it's magic.
the Russians with the brain frying thing, are we going to
Yeah.
talk about that?
Please.
Yeah,
Oh,
in a
yeah.
second, in a
Okay,
second.
okay. Because I
What-
I
what
want
is
to
this?
I want to talk about something else real quick. Okay, so in 7 days, there's going
7 days.
in 7
Play the game
days.
7 days to die.
The sun will go dark.
Awesome.
A dark shadow will sweep across this nation.
The blood moon rises.
Starting with Eagle Pass. Actually, the eclipse is going to go directly over Eagle Pass, so it'll be pure darkness. Where we are in West Virginia, we're going to get like 80 to 90%, where you can see. It's really fun. I don't know if you've ever been in a partial eclipse where you can see little moons on the ground, like little crescents.
Is that
everywhere.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
So what happens is when the moon blocks at the sun partially, then there's a crescent shape of light beaming through, and when the focal points go through like the leaves of trees or whatever on the ground, you see a bunch of little moon shapes everywhere. It's crazy.
Am I going to be able to see it when I'm in Japan, or is it only North America?
Only North America. You're
Oh,
not going to
dang
see
it.
it. So,
I'll get the next one.
but apparently CERN is firing up on the same day.
That's right.
Oh,
And
boy.
NASA is launching 3 rockets into the solar eclipse next week. And so the
Sorry.
conspiracy universe is on fire right now.
Does it say the name of the rockets in this? Isn't it Apep after the Egyptian god of chaos? I'm pretty
is it really?
I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me yet, but I'm pretty sure. Which is lined up with like the Lockheed Martin
I
spy
don't know.
satellites, where it's like the patches say the better the devil you know,
Yeah.
or nothing beyond our reach. But I'm pretty sure Apep, APEP, is one of the things that these rockets are named after.
Not in this article.
Oh, interesting. The last time the CERN was fired off, the Guidestones blew up and Shinzo Abe was assassinated.
Wait,
in the
was
same
that like
week.
right before Trump became president?
No, this is
Okay,
only
so all
2 years
3 of
ago.
them are called APEP rockets.
APEP rockets, which is the Egyptian god for, I believe, chaos.
No.
Yes, it's
Really?
the snake that eats the sun every day.
Right. I think that's it.
Apep's, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Also known as
Yeah.
Apophis.
Totally
Yes.
cool. It's totally cool. I mean, NASA only hired all the Nazis after World War II, and they're
Project
totally
Paperclip.
cool. They're totally fine. I'm not sure they're not doing anything symbolic and evil up there.
They definitely hired a lot of Nazis after World War
They
II.
So-
definitely did.
Project Paperclip.
Yes.
Thanks for watching this clip from the Timcast IRL podcast. Hang out with us live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. and become a member over at timcast.com for uncensored, members-only shows exclusive. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you all next time.